can do this. So this is me now.
Hey, baby girl, have you lost some weight?
Cancer.
Well, that'll do it.
Gotta get that cat in here.
Yeah, that's right. That's what I'm here for. Good morning. My name is Niger Chambers. I'm from Big Go Belt Media. Leslie, thank you so much for your time today. Congratulations on your latest project, Love Danielle, which is going to be available to rent, own, and stream October 3rd, right in time for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. How you doing this lovely morning?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Thank you so much for your time.
You're
Man,
welcome.
this is a powerful film, and I'm starting really to struggle to really at this point, really make the best of my time because there's so much I want to break down in the film, and that's why I did get to watch it
Mm.
3 times, and every single time I'm just pulling
Wow.
more and more from out of it. But I just want to say, your work as the mother in this, Candie, I think is super duper important. And I realize it personally, and then not because I'm going through the same, struggles and journeys, but I do realize that there's times where you avoid parental conversations because sometimes they're out of touch or sometimes they have their own things kind of going on. And so you kind of got these two sort of
Yeah.
conversations and situations clashing. To see that on screen, I got to be honest, I don't think I have because the
Yeah.
way it triggered me made me realize like this feels very unique and very genuine at the
Yeah.
same
Yeah.
time
Yeah.
because I've dealt with
Yeah.
it.
Good. That's
So,
great.
so I do want to ask you because yes, as the film explores intergenerational trauma around inherited risk,
Mm.
what resonated the most for you about telling this story?
Exactly that. I think that what you just said, the tremendously painful, difficult, and traumatic decision that Danielle has to make um, is something I've never seen. I've never seen the BRCA gene examined, explored, and the consequences of the decisions you're going to make about it explored in film. And I think that that's so valuable for so many, many, not only the women that are going through having to make this decision, but the partners that they have, men, women, whatever, they go through the experience as well and have their own painful loss and adjustment and compromise. And so I think it's so valuable in that way and relevant.
You know what's interesting, and I've always stood by this. I was raised by 2 women, so I've always felt this very, very young in my life. That women are the nurturers of this world and truly the leaders. And the reason why I'm thinking about this right now is because I find it really interesting, and I don't know if there's a male or masculine representation of this. But we're talking about women who are going through the BRCA, diagnosis and just understanding this mutation. And every single woman I've talked to today about this keeps mentioning how they're not only going through it, but their partners are. That measure of empathy is it's kind of damn near emotional to be honest because for a
Right.
moment that I can honestly say you should be selfish, you should be worrying about yourself, and every single one has mentioned, including yourself, has mentioned that their partners are going through that, and that measure
Yeah.
of empathy, it's powerful. It's really
Yeah.
powerful. It's really hard to really. I'm probably going to choke up after we finish talking,
Yeah.
but like I again, it proves something I feel like I've known my entire life, and hopefully more understand that women they're leading in charge here. They're healing the
I
world. It's just
so agree with you. I can't even tell you. I was just talking last night with, or yesterday afternoon with a woman friend, and I was saying, we were both saying, women should be leaders. They should be the ones that are leading their capacity to focus on detail and to focus on the global at the same time,
mm,
and to have a baby on a hip and to be having a career. I mean, it's powerful and
yeah.
and the compassion and empathy gene is is at its highest level, I think, with most women. So, understanding that their husbands are going to go, or women partners or they or them or whatever you want, whatever,
Yeah.
who are going through it with them are going through it with them. And they're going to experience a loss and an adjustment as well.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Because most men, when we go through things, we shut people out
that's
and we
right.
do turn it amongst
Thank you.
ourselves. We don't open up our mouths and communicate the things we're feeling and
Yes,
processing. How much time we
absolutely.
got?
It's
How
so
much time we
hard.
got, y'all?
Are we over? No, I totally agree. I mean, even the way that the male character, Michael Rourke's character, is portrayed in the movie is like that in a way.
Yeah.
He's loving, but he's unable to articulate or communicate, and his answers are monosyllabic. He can't. And she wants more, and she wants to. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very much demonstrated in this movie in a way that I think is really powerful.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, I swear, man. That's why I had to ask for time check. We spent another 20 minutes right there
I
alone.
know, I
But
know,
I
I
do
know.
want to ask you, working opposite of Barry, and truly just two dynamics of parents coming together about something they were unaware of at the time, but you kind of see how they're handling it in their own approaches. I want to know for you, how did you shape the parental arc as much more than just background, but like the real force in Daniel's journey?
Mhm. Well, I've worked with Barry before, and I actually asked him to do this movie, and he said yes. And
That's why y'all look so like organic there.
yeah,
The
yeah,
moment
we're
y'all first see
so
each other, the birthday, I was like, oh,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, and we love each other anyway. We just adore each other, so
yeah,
that was easy to play.
yeah,
But they have this history, and a lot of it is not written in the script. So us having that relationship, we were able to bring all of that to the scenes, which gave it an undertone of these guys love each other in a particular way, even though they can't get along and they don't see eye to eye and all that stuff. So we created our own history in a way,
yeah,
um, and he's just a joy to work with and such a terrific actor.
yeah,
Um, and the scenes I think demonstrate why they couldn't make it together, but also that they still have this love for each other and want to make a unified front ultimately,
yeah.
Danielle.
That's good acting because as much as this story came and told the message and sort of sends you off to do your research and to bring others into this community of learning, the performances by you and Barry alone is like I am interested in that backstory. I would
Yeah,
like to see that kind of play out a little bit more
yeah,
if there was to be expansion of the story. But
yeah,
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 absolutely adorable together on screen.
yeah, yeah. Thank
Um,
you, thank you.
Absolutely. Last question I want to ask you here. I mean, you've had a legendary career, both in comedy and drama. I want to know for you, and then we talked about the uniqueness of this project, but I want to
Mhm.
know as the professional and the actor, the legend you are, what did you feel about this project that let you explore something new that you may have not tapped into before?
Mhm. Honestly, the subject matter. I thought the subject matter of the piece as a whole was something, as we said, that has not been shown on screen.
Yeah.
And I thought, I know a lot of women who dealt with breast cancer, and I don't know a lot of women who talk about having a BRCA gene. So I thought, oh, this is really important. This is a really important piece. And then, you know, the characters history of alcoholism and her desperate trying to stay sober and be sober and have a new relationship with Danielle, but she can't get over her past issues as well. And so
Mm,
all of that was really for an actor, and it's rich. There was a lot of material to dig into, and so that's those were my reasons. Mhm.
yeah, hear me wanting 20 more minutes because that dig into it part that you're talking about, her working through her sobriety, there seems to be some past struggles that she's trying to overcome, and that is not even focused just on the sobriety, but like the
Right,
absence, like
of
some
her
you
sister.
can almost say like some of the absence in her life, but trying to also be present.
Yeah,
That is layered
yeah,
on a whole different level right there.
yeah.
And you
Thank
did a
you.
fantastic
Yeah,
job in
thank
bringing
you,
that to the
thank you,
screen. Absolutely.
thank
Well,
you.
At any time, Lesley. Well, listen, folks, I can't stress enough. This is a film you 100% want to check out. Love Danielle is available to rent, own, and stream beginning October 3rd. Thank you so much for your time today, and congratulations on
Yeah.
another fantastic project.
Thank you.